This year, Olive Hill celebrated its sesquicentennial. From 1861 to 2011, we celebrated 150 years. Olive Hill was fortunate enough to receive a Flex-E grant that helped us to host the sesquicentennial events. The grants were designed to have community partners and teams work together to host an event or a project in the community. We began meeting in October after a team went to the Brushy Fork Institute, and the sesquicentennial kept coming up, that this was our 150th birthday and we really needed to do something to celebrate that. Olive Hill had had an amazing centennial event that many of our committee members had remembered and wanted to do something that would equal that event. So we had 23 different organizations that came together and 51 people who regularly met over about an 8-month period to plan and host the events. But we had nearly 200 people who devoted a significant amount of time to help with these events. Some of those events that we had were business webinars. John Schallert, who is known for his small business innovations and coaching, did 2 webinars for us. One of those capturing the customers when they enter your doors, the critical 7 seconds, and the other one, how to get local customers to spend money in your local business. And those 2 events were to help our local businesses better prepare for the sesquicentennial and the number of people who would hopefully be coming into their business during all of these events. We also hosted in March some door mural classes that would help with the heritage doors, walk through the doors of history. What we wanted the community to do was individuals, groups, businesses, or organizations would do a door mural depicting the history of their family, their business, etc. Larry Carroll and Sanja Kaiser helped with those classes, and we had a number of people to do doors. We had 12 doors displayed at the initial unveiling, but we had even more at the depot during the 4th of July events. We also offered quilting classes, and those participants actually made the sesquicentennial quilt that you see here behind me, and we have a plaque with all of the names of those participants on that displayed at the depot area. We also had a genealogy fair in April that was hosted by the Rattlesnake Ridge Genealogy Society and the Olive Hill Historical Society, and that was held at the Olive Hill Historical Society gym. We also had dulcimers, and we had vendors there selling their crafts, locally made crafts and foods and things like that. In May, we had several events. One of those was the Sesquicentennial Ride, which was a horse ride at Carter Caves, and that was hosted by our partners, the Olive Hill Main Street Renaissance Organization, Carter Caves, and the Friends of Carter Caves. We had about 30 people who saddled up and had a great day over the trails at Carter Caves, and then in the evening they had a dinner that was prepared by the Friends of Carter Caves and entertainment. I understand that some of those riders actually came back late. They were having such a good time. They were nearly 2 hours late for the dinner, and so that was held up a little bit so that they could get there. We also had an antique and car show that was hosted by the Masonic Lodge, and we had closed off Railroad Street, had a number of classic and antique cars displayed, and everybody had a good time for the afternoon. We also hosted an Armed Forces Day, and that Methodist Church sponsored that event for us. It was a really wonderful event honoring those who've served in the military from our community. A couple of events that were really the hits and highlights of that was Dining with the Past. That was hosted by the Olive Hill Historical Society, and it was held at the Olive Hill Elementary School. There was a number of people who worked together to review the history of Olive Hill and put together little drama presentations about the history of Olive Hill. So it really turned out to be something where those of us who may not have known about the history of Olive Hill really learned a lot about the history, and it was all actors from our community, and everyone really talked about this event for a long time. We had about 250 people there that night, so it was a room full. Also, the Someday outdoor drama that was written by local playwright Robert Harris. It had been performed at Grayson Lake State Resort Park for a number of years, but had been kind of on a hiatus, and was brought back for this year because it fit the time frame. It's a Civil War era drama, and the 1861 time frame fit perfectly, and with our 1861 establishment date, it just fit very well. And so a lot of people attended that event over the 3-day weekend for the performances. We also had Rusty Bird, the famed saxophonist, did a concert for us at the First Baptist Church in Olive Hill. I understand that that was a really well-attended event. We had a group called Hope that hosted a Hope Fest, where the students, it's a student group from West Carter High School, they cleaned the park all day and then hosted an event that evening with music and a movie and kind of an outdoor picnic setting. We also had the Heritage Art Show that was hosted by retired art teacher Larry Carroll, and his former students displayed their artwork of all sorts at that art show. We had a pancake breakfast hosted by the First Baptist Church in Olive Hill. This was all over the 4th of July weekend leading up to that culmination of events. There was a 5K run hosted by the First Baptist Church. We also had a quilt show and the depot unveiling, which after the flooding, the depot was renovated, and that was a really great opportunity to get people in to see the new look of the depot and to see the quilters in our area and what kind of work they can do. Of course, the parade was on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. We had several hundred entrants in the parade that day, including four-wheelers, horses, plus all of the beauty pageant winners and floats from a lot of people in the community. We had a Coca-Cola talent contest where the winners of the contest got to go to the state fair and represent Olive Hill there. We had a beauty pageant earlier in the month, and our winners will be representing Olive Hill at the Kentucky Festivals pageant this fall in November of 2011. There was an animal blessing also on the 4th of July events. We had a community worship service on Sunday, and of course, culminating, the final was the fireworks and the headline concert with Kentucky Backroads here at the depot area that brought the community together for that final celebration of events. Then in August, to say thank you to all of those who helped put the event, all of the different events together, we had a volunteer appreciation dinner at Carter Caves and had about 100 people there that evening who got to come together for fellowship and dinner, and a special thank you for all of their hard work in helping our events be so successful. In the end, we felt that the theme, Preserving Yesterday, Inspiring Tomorrow, was really well fitting, because we saw how through the different historical, the drama and the dining with the past and learning the history of Olive Hill, we saw how so many tragic events happened, the fires and the floods from the past, and the people really came back and pulled together as a community and really rebuilt. And we saw that, you know, this happened, our Sesquicentennial was just after the devastating floods of 2010, and so many people lost their belongings and kind of lost hope. So this brought everybody back together for a community event and a celebration, and we saw what we had in the past and that we could really work toward that in the future, and that's where we're going. So we felt that our theme for this year really fit that really fit with what was going on in our community for today and for yesterday. So we hope to be able to continue some of these events with some things going into fall and continue people working together. But this grant really helped us have a bigger focus and really helped us draw on our history a little more, pull together as a community, and show that we can persevere.
My name is Chuck Clark, and I'm one of the ministers here at First Christian Church. And every year during 4th of July celebration, we have a pancake breakfast that is entirely free to the community. No donations, no anything. Just come and eat and fellowship with us. And our little church has been here for over 100 years. And this past summer, we had to tear down the original building that was here, and we are still meeting right here in the fellowship hall. And we just keep right on trucking. We don't let anything slow us down, and we try to be here for the community and reach out to them.
Model 4. It's been customized, real nice car. We've got 68 Camaro over there. We got a 69. What year is that? 72 Duster. We got a 64 GTO. There's a lot of nice cars here, pickups. Reminds you of the bygone era, 60s, 70s.
Well, I've had that car 6 years. It's a special car. My wife and 2 daughters and bought the body. It'd been sitting in a garage 17 years, tore apart, and it was a surprise birthday gift for me for my 50th birthday. So it's really got a lot of sentimental value to it, and we have a documented when they built it and whatever. I didn't know anything about it until they had a birthday party for her, and they surprised me with my car. So it's got a lot of special moments in it. It's a 69 Camaro, got a 350 4-speed. We drive it to a lot of car shows, and we take it about anywhere we want to go with it.
Songs are in mass confusion, never gonna see it again. Holy Crimson.
Hurry, boy, just about got pulled out for the floor, didn't he? But he's already left.
on power steering and power brakes.
I'm Roger Lane. I'm from here at Alt Hill. I've got a 46 Chevy pickup. It's got a 235 Blue Flame engine. I put a 2-barrel on it. It's got a disc brakes on the front, Z27 rear or 28 rear end in it, 4-speed Muncie transmission. Drives out good. Still needs a paint job, but I'm working on it. Just come down tonight, enjoy the car show, and I'm gonna try to win something if I can.
I like getting that GTO in 64 miles an hour, very nice car. Yeah. Beginning of the muscle car, though. That's for your time.
Okay. Hey, my name's Gordon Womack. This is my 65 Chevelle. I bought it last fall in Jackson, Kentucky. It does have a 327 engine with overdrive transmission and disc brakes. I bought it just to drive, to shows.
I'm Sandra Kaiser. I'm from Olive Hill, Kentucky, and I was approached by the Olive Hill Sesquicentennial Committee to design a logo for their Sesquicentennial. And this is the logo that I've come up with. And I'll give you a little background for this, because I know they're doing some things, from 1861 to 2011, trying to cover that time period. So I tried to go back here at the bottom. We put in the depot and the train station. Of course, we think of that more like a history thing because it's been here, even though the tracks aren't here now. We still do have the depot. I put the information preserving yesterday and inspiring tomorrow. So I got to thinking, here on the hill is the Old Olive Hill High School, which is now the Historical Society. And they are inspiring tomorrow, doing a lot of things. Of course, they're also preserving the building. And it's just something you think of when you come to Olive Hill, is that building on the hill. So I wanted to put that up on the hill. Got a little bit of the background like on Back Street here. Of course, there's steps. Anybody that's ever attended Olive Hill School remember walking those steps, and I've had a lot of comments about that. And of course, Tiger Creek, we've got a little example here of Tiger Creek because that plays a big example here in town, especially with the recent flooding. And this is a logo that the Sesquicentennial Committee is using on some of their t-shirts, hats, and other things that they have offering for sale, some baskets. So I'm really honored to be able to do this for the committee.
Heritage doors, in one way, it's not an original idea, but it's an original idea the way we're doing it, because we're trying to showcase the artisans that we have a wealth of here in Olive Hill and Carter County, as well as having a way for them to preserve moments in our history, whether it is pertaining to a person, a business, an event, just something that's important to them about Olive Hill or Carter County. And this was a perfect time, since it's the Sesquicentennial, and there's going to be people in and to take advantage of this and be able to see things and learn things that they may not know. This store was done by one of our young students, Hannah Carroll. She is in the 5th grade at Upper Tiger, and she plans to carry this store all the way through the 20th reunion of her class. And you can see where they've made it personal by putting their handprint, and then they put what their intentions, their future intentions of being is. You can see a veterinarian, video game designer. So in 20 years, they're going to find out whether or not they met their goals at this time. We've lost some historic buildings along the way, but the Christian church has preserved their heritage and then shown us their vision for the future. So all in all, we think that this has been a wonderful idea, and we're getting to showcase our artisans and preserving our past and showing our goals for the future all in one show.
I'm Betty Sharp. I'm the director of the Moorhead Mountain Strings Dulcimer Club. We are a group of people that meet together almost weekly to just play the mountain dulcimer, a passion we've all come to love. We're over here in Olive Hill to play for their painted door exhibit and part of the Sesquicentennial. We've got people playing today from Fleming County, Rowan County, Carter County, of course, and Greenup County. And so we get members that come in from all of the surrounding counties of Moorhead-Rowan County. All right, we just love to play the music. We play a wide variety from gospel to patriotic to traditional fiddle tunes to whatever we can get our hands on that has the right tablature for us. Okay? Hope you enjoy the music.
We're gathering today to commemorate the Olive Hill Sesquicentennial, 150 years from its founding. And the theme of horses in Olive Hill have been commingled for a lot longer than that. And we're gathered at a site which is very special, the result of an over $1 million investment by the state in a horse campground at Carter Caves to allow people who've never experienced our countryside to come in and enjoy the beauty and the specialness of this area. They're going to discover great people, wonderful horses, and unbeatable scenery. So, that's what it's all about.
For your meal. Honey, you're fine.
Well, we're looking forward to the ride today. Here to introduce some folks to some trail riding we could do out here at Carter Caves State Resort Park. We are looking, with the new horse campground coming in, expanding the horse trail opportunities at the park around the area. We're well known here in Carter County for many backcountry trails that are found and ridden by a lot of local folks. And now that we have the opportunity for folks coming out and bringing their horses and camping, we're looking forward to introducing those folks to the beautiful country we have here in Carter County.
Irwin's cabin and across the Tigers, there ain't no way. Well, easy now, old man. Set up just right. Looking good, though, son. You better pay attention out here. You ain't got the chainsaw. Hello.
We're here at the first West Carter Art Department alumni show that we've had with former students of my years of teaching, and we hope that it'll be a success and something that the Heritage Commission will want to pick up on and continue.
Great community. Thank you for our churches, our schools, our children, our parents, our grandparents. Lord, we love you and we thank you in Jesus' name. His people said, Amen. Ready? Aim! Fire! Aim! Fire! Aim! Fire!
Parade, hit!
You now to enjoy your dinner while we listen to people from the past, from many walks of life, share moments in Olive Hills history. And now I would like to introduce to you Governor William Jason Fields, a resident of Olive Hill, Kentucky.
Good evening. Good evening. And welcome to this special occasion tonight. You know, for 12 years I served as your U.S. Congressman in Washington, D.C., 1911 to 1923, and then the people of Kentucky asked me to come back to the state and run for governor. So I served as your governor from 1923 to 1927. During my administration, one of the early things that I saw was a need to improve the highway system here in our fine Commonwealth. And so they called me the father of the primary highways in Kentucky. And one of my crowning achievements was the construction of a bridge just east of my hometown, Olive Hill, which today bears my name that I'm very proud of, Fields Bridge. You know, I supported education in the Commonwealth. I supported the establishment of teachers' colleges. And I was proud to see Murray Teachers College and Moorhead Teachers College established. During my term as governor, the state park system was established in 1924. And even today, I support making Carter Caves one of the state parks. I was also proud of being able to establish the National Guard, Company E, the 149th Infantry Division here in my hometown, Olive Hill. It's been my pleasure since I had come back to introduce the newest citizen of our community, Joe Seawright, who was my faithful driver and best friend while I was serving you in Franklin. And now, Thomas Bill from Olive Hill, I have come back home. And I plan to farm, set up my law practice in the community, and also I have business interests filling station here in the town. So it's good to have you here tonight, and we invite you to take a walk through history to see some of the people and some of the events that made this community the great community that it is today. Thank you very much for being here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matthew Sellers, and I also made a contribution to this great worthy cause by having a patent for the invention of the retractable landing gear. I was also honored to be invited by Thomas Alva Edison to be a member of the first United States Naval Consulting Board.
Our Methodist Church is our oldest church in our community. You know anything about the service? Is it long or short? Well, as a preacher, you can figure that the services are never long enough.
Until victory,
Ambush! Fire! Advance at will! Return fire! Return fire! Jack! Jack!
The story of Someday is about a Confederate officer who falls in love with a girl whose father had been one of his good friends at one time, but the father was very staunchly pro-Union, and so there is the conflict. Tom holds for the Confederacy, and Bert, Ann's father, holds for the Union. There's a good bit of conflict during the play. We show how sometimes there were those that just robbed and pillaged under the cover of fighting for one side or the other.
You're too cowardly to fight our men. My husband will have you killed for this.
I know you too, Angie Birch. Right now I have the power and I aim to use it. As for the killing, it's your husband that's gonna die. And you too. First, I think I'll have a little fun. Come here.
Bart, fire the house. Grab her, Sarge. She's a feisty one.
Angie! Angie! Honey, are you all right?
Thank God you got here when you did, Jim. I thought for sure they were going to kill us.
The children okay?
Yes.
I was so scared when I seen them up here. We hadn't even planned to come this way. Then we heard some rumors and changed our mind at the last minute. Thank God we did.
There's a battle scene where Tom's partisan rangers ambush a Union patrol, and during the battle scene, Tom's best friend gets killed, and all of that's to show the heartbreak that took place during the war.
So, this is the infamous Mr. Tom Clay, is it? Well, I'm sure the Colonel will be mighty glad to have you as a guest at our stockade.
Tom, where are you? Tom?
No.
Oh, run! Through the house! Quickly!
No, Ann. I don't want to put you in any more danger. I just can't stand this. I don't want... He is your father, and after all, this is a darn Yankee, so step aside.
Paul, don't do this, please!
Bert Rice, you put that gun down. What in the world do you think you're doing? Send these men away from my house.
I couldn't stop Captain Morgan now if I wanted to, and I don't want to.
And at the end, though, Tom and Bert are at least, if not reunited, at least they sort of make amends with each other. Bert tells Tom to take Ann to Kansas because there's many in this area that would still like to kill Tom because of his Confederate leanings.
Why should I listen to a word you say? You remember 3 years ago when we stood on this very porch. I begged you not to let them take Tom that day.
I know it. I want to make up for that.
How can you possibly make up for that? Tom's gone.
I don't know. Maybe I can't. I don't mean to make excuses, but it was war. Those were angry times. We were all angry and hurt. But it's over now. And we got to try to put the country back together.
If he doesn't come back, it's nobody's fault but yours. But he said he would return, and I believe in my heart that he will.
I'm sorry, Ann. I didn't mean to upset you again. It's just... Well, never mind. If we can't be friends right now, can we at least
not be enemies?
I don't know, Paul. I just don't know. Oh, Lord! Please let it be. Oh, yes, it is. I thought I'd lost you forever.
Oh, Ann, I thought I'd never ever see you again.
That day when they took you, I heard shots, and then one of the soldiers said that you had escaped. I was so scared I didn't know what to do. But I had faith. I knew you would return to me if you could.
Tom?
Bert?
Reckon the last time we set eyes on each other was over pistols.
Yeah, reckon it was.
I thought a lot about that, Tom. You could have shot me that day and got away before they could have caught you. But you wouldn't, for Ann's sake. And after I thought a lot about that, I reckon it meant a lot. I thought you were wrong, still think you were wrong. But I began to see there were two sides to every coin. Maybe we should have let the Confederacy go. Think of all the bloodshed and hatred and treasure it would save. But it's done now. The South has lost. Anyway, Tom, I'd hoped I'd been able to say this to you. Ann has waited these 3 long years, and you've returned. I know you love each other, so I give you my blessing. Just make each other happy and try not to feel too hard toward an old man who doesn't learn too easily.
Oh, thank you, Paul. You've made me so happy.
And so he asks Ann if she will go to Kansas with him. She said she doesn't care where she is as long as she's with him. And at the end, Tom says, Kentucky is my home, and we will return someday. Who knows what may be someday. Someday.
There will be love for us. Someday.
We are truly proud of our small community here known as Olive Hill. Many people have said over the years that perhaps a cloud of darkness has come upon us after the close of the brickyards and the garment industry is starting to pull out. However, I feel like our days ahead are the brightest that we should perhaps see if we continue to work together. And as we look out here today, we see many people that are supporting one another, showing that this community still has blood in it, blood that will hopefully push us forward in the coming years, and we will see that the future holds for us much more than even the past.
Okay, my name is Janet Maddox, and I'm a resident of Carter County, grew up in this area, and attended the Olive Hill High School, and it's really momentous occasion for me now to stand here and look at the school where I attended when I was in high school, and to see the crowds of people here, and to know how important Olive Hill is to the people of this vicinity, and how much it means to us to celebrate the Sesquicentennial in this way. And I just finished looking at the quilt show and meeting Barbara Sellers, and I've met other authors from this area, and I myself am an author too, and that makes me feel proud that we have so much heritage here in this area. And so this has really been a special day for all of us here in Olive Hill.
Okay, Mayor Danny Sparks here in Olive Hill, Kentucky. We're celebrating our Olive Hill Sesquicentennial year. That's a 150 years celebration here in Olive Hill. very proud of all the hard work and things that are going on. We've got many activities scheduled. Today, you can probably hear in the background, we have the parade getting ready to start. We had events like the beauty pageant, talent show, horse shows, just a little bit of everything. Really proud of what's going on in Olive Hill. Just celebrating 150 years and just having a really good time. A lot of people worked really hard and put a lot of effort, and the Olive Hill Historical Society has done a fine job, along with a lot of organizations such as the Carter County Shrine Club. It's just a special time in Olive Hill, and really proud to be mayor of Olive Hill at this time, and just really having a good time.
And here's the American Legion float number 108, which receives the Olive Hill Chamber of Commerce Award. It's a fine looking float. I guess I'm a little bit partial, but I think we have one of the best volunteer fire departments around. And they have some of the best equipment. They do a super good job. And they're all volunteers. They do a lot of training and work hard. And it's a hard job just keeping these vehicles clean, and they do a good job. They keep them shining. Barbara, you don't know it yet, but Barbara, you are Grand Marshal of this parade. You are. And Barbara has a model quadruplane. It's one of Matthew Sellers flew over Garon, Kentucky in 1908. It features a retractable landing gear that actually he invented it, which is used on every plane now. So we're really proud of you and really proud of what Matthew Sellers did. The Best of Theme Trophy, 3 pounds. Good job. Yeah, hide. Yeah, I know it is. Jerome. Afraid of water, you better move back. So they all has to Shrine Hillbilly Group. Thank you, guys. There we go, a little bit of water. Yeah. First National Bank, which is also another one of our award-winning floats for this year. And by the way, presenting the floats is the Olive Hill Chamber of Commerce President, Mark Porter. And they received the Olive Hill Main Street Award. So give them a big round of applause. That's a lot of work in that. And looky here. I didn't know they were going to do it, but you've done a fine job. It's the Olive Hill Senior Citizens. And appreciate your hard work. And by the way, if you haven't checked out the new Olive Hill Senior Citizen Center, you need to do so. It's a beautiful place. Entry number 400, Shayla Rayburn. We Miss Members Day 2011 winner, 2011 Olive Hill Sesquicentennial Mini Miss first runner-up and photogenic winner. Entry number 400, Shayla Rayburn. 2011 Mini Miss Olive Hill Sesquicentennial, Emily Black. Yeah. It's so sweet. Entry number 402, Miss Teen, Olive Hill Sesquicentennial, Miss Kristen Brown. Congratulations. Yeah, who is that driving that car? Another little float. It's like from the Olive Hill Christian Church. You guys can do better than that. One more time. That's what I thought. It's Russ Hall and his 1931 A model pickup truck is our trophy winner. Thank you, Russ. And we have a, looks like a 1966 Chevelle Super Sport. Sandy's Flowers and Extreme Graphics and Movie Rental. And little entry from the 13th Annual Memorial Ride to Tark Hill in memory of Randy, Doug, and Scotty. And again, step back away from the road, please. Step back away. Here comes their motorcycles and their ATVs. Keep it on the ground now. Keep it on the ground. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Okay. You know, it's always fun to see our fine horses in town, but we have a trophy here from Miss Brenda Belcher here for best dress in the red, white, and blue. It's always fun to see all the horses we have. I'll try to get this microphone to work and stay with you as long as I can. There was an award a while ago that we didn't present. It kind of got by us, and that was the Mayor's Award, which went to the Commercial Bank, which is entry number 105, and we'll run them down and make sure they get their trophy.
I hear that train a-comin', it's rollin' around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm serving both in prison, and time keeps dragging on. Woo, Anthony! But that train keeps rollin' on down to San Antonio. Well, I was just a baby. My mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. Well, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry.
County Road 233 under my feet. Nothing on this wide rock but a little old me. I've got 2 miles till, and he makes bail. And if I'm right, we're headed straight for hell. I'm going home, gonna load my shotgun, wait by the door and light a cigarette. If he wants a fight, well now he's got one, and he ain't seen me crazy yet. Shot my face and he shook me like a rag doll. Don't that sound like a real man? I'm gonna show him what a little girl's made of, gunpowder and lead. I'm sat on the floor with my head down low, with the sky can't rain on me anymore. Don't knock on my door, 'cause I won't come. I'm hiding from the storm to the distant sky. Baby, 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 tell me why. Don't knock, don't knock, I'm hiding from the storm to the distant sky. Olive, would you not agree we have a wonderful representation to the Kentucky State Fair in August? Give those kids a great round of applause. And if you're
Making my rounds all over town, but I don't play. Well, everybody like to have what I got. I can do them down when there's smoke and hot. I'm a fireman, that's my name.
How y'all doing? My name's Nathan Bowen, and we're the Kentucky Backroads Band. We've been playing this event for now the past 6 years. The 150-year anniversary is a special event for the Kentucky Backroads Band because this is a great little town to come out and play, and having enjoyment with the family because they put on such a nice fireworks and a display that goes on and on. We enjoy it as the band. We're a 5-piece band consisting of David Fogel, Bernard Stallard from Olive Hill, Doug Harris from Moorhead, Greg DeRosset from Prestonburg and Moorhead, and myself from Moorhead, Nathan Bowman.
Let's bring this one up to the top now. I said, just shake it, shake it, shake it. Come on now, just shake it, baby, shake it. Shake it, baby. They didn't know to pick a song with you. Yes, they do.
I was asked to be a part of getting this Sesquicentennial quilt together, and I am proud to be a part of this. It is a remarkable quilt for the city, and the lady who done the center of the quilt done a remarkable job putting all the historical facts about Olive Hill into that. And all the girls that worked on this is proud to be a part of it. And here at the quilt show we have a lot of other beautiful quilts, but this is the main one because it is all about Olive Hill's history. And I'm proud to be a part of it, and proud to be part of this quilt show here at the old depot building here in Olive Hill during this celebration time. I got regular double ring, wedding double ring. 97.
97.
She's now 88 years old. She doesn't do any work anymore.